Hey guys, now and then I come across an article, a video, or a Twitter post that has tons of retweets about the Steam Deck, and sometimes they're talking about the power of the Steam Deck and how it will become obsolete quickly. I simply do not agree with that, and I often think that they're just doing it for some sort of clickbait to rile people up into sharing their content, and it's a good trick, but it's getting a bit annoying. I'm not going to call out anyone specifically because I don't like doing that and I don't want any drama. But anyone saying so just isn't thinking about the wider picture, about what the Steam Deck is capable of, who it's aimed at, and what it actually represents to people. First of all, think about the price to performance ratio and compare that to the competition. To be frank, there is no competition at this price point, and there won't be for years unless a huge pre-existing PC hardware vendor jumps in who has the capability to produce it on a large scale like Valve and can afford the lower price. While yes, there will be devices coming in that will be more powerful, but they will also be double the price or more, and we've already seen that. Price is an absolutely huge factor when you think about it. The Steam Deck has such a great price point when you think about the power that it offers. And while it is technically a PC, it's also a standard platform for developers to optimize games against directly. We're already seeing this happen, and the amount of developers targeting it will only increase as the popularity and expansion of it continues. Like we've just seen the expansion into Asia, that is going to be massive. Things are only going to get better in that regard over the next year or so. In regards to the latest and greatest AAA games coming out in a year or 2 years, there will always be the chance they won't be playable. But that's true of a normal PC as well. But here, you have to take into account that people are not going to be playing at 4K or even 1080p, and often playing in lower settings that still looks good on the smaller screen. Add into that, this is not a brand new platform. Steam Deck hooks into the vast history of Steam. And there's how many games on Steam now exactly? I checked today and it said over 60,000. Now, while the amount of officially verified and playable is only about 4,500, that's only the official count. You can try and play anything, and there's easily multiple tens of thousands actually, that are playable. Now, a lot of the people picking up the Steam Deck already have an existing large library of games, and they can pick up and play without needing to buy the games again. The added bonus that the Steam Deck has is people have access to these games on PC, whether that's Windows or Linux, and the Steam Deck as well. While consoles have made strides in backwards compatibility, there's a long way to go there for them, and often you do need to pay an upgrade from one console to another. You don't need to do that between Steam Deck and PC. Then you also need to think about emulation and the fact that it is actually a small form factor PC with a full desktop mode as well. There is a truly ridiculous amount of things that the Steam Deck can be used for. Eventually, we will also see a Steam Deck 2. For Valve, this is now a platform to keep iterating on and improving. And thanks to the vast amount of work that they've put into the Steam Deck 1, can you imagine the splash that a Steam Deck 2 will cause and how amazing that will be right out of the gate with compatibility? And compatibility for the Steam Deck is improving every single week. More and more games are becoming playable that were not before. And Valve has always wanted to be a full hardware and software vendor. They're not about to just give it up as time goes on when they're doing so well. It's now this massive advantage that they have over others. Hello Epic Games, and anyone else who tries to come along to take a piece of the pie. Thanks to the almighty back catalogue, emulation, and a desktop mode, a Steam Deck 2 doesn't suddenly make the original obsolete, and it suddenly doesn't make the Steam Deck itself obsolete in a year or two. It's not going to suddenly stop working for the tens of thousands of games that are playable on it. The Steam Deck is here to stay, and it will keep on working, and it's going to be amazing in a year's time and in 2 years' time. Thank you for coming to my YouTube talk. I will catch you all later.